All right. Last but not least, now this game, nobody knows who's going to win because nobody can pronounce either name. Okay, if you want to be a good chess player, sweetie, studying chess isn't going to help you. Got to change your name. Karen Boyd? I don't think so. But if your name was that, god damn, you'd win half your games on time by them losing half your games winning on time. They write their name on the score sheet, their flag's down. Karen Boyd, they just write it pretty quickly. Yeah. Okay. Now I wanted to show you this whole game, okay, because I'm using my whole ass. I'm not doing a half-ass job here. I'm using my whole ass. Okay. Simpsons. Usually it's Family Guy, but this was Simpsons. So Homer decides in an episode he's going to be a better father. So he's really spending time with his kids. He's really getting in there. And then Bart says, Homer, your half-assed parenting was better than your half-assed, whatever. He said something about how it was better when you weren't paying attention to us than now that you're doing it. And Homer said, he goes, I was using my whole ass. That's why he was sad. Okay, now, if there's one thing you're going to learn today, and you're not, don't play like black this game. Right? And black is like, I win all of my matches because my name's crazier than my opponent, and white said, hold my beer. I don't care what country you're from. That's crazy. Both names have 80 letters. What? Come on, Karen Boyd. Easy. Her brother, Ben Boyd. Her other brother, Frank Boyd. Right? That's how you do it. Like, what's that? Come on, I can't, That's why I went from Benjamin to Ben. I'm kidding. Okay. So they play a Slav, which I'm the world's leading authority, but not now. Then she plays G3. Now here black has two moves. Black can go for the pawn, or black can play bishop F5. They're both good. I've only faced this, and I've played G3 like 3 times. But nobody ever plays this against me. Okay, and then she played that. So, and then G6, I'm not a fan of that line, but all right, it's fine. Okay, now in this position, black makes a move I would not consider. The engine says it's fine. I don't like it. Okay, I'm not playing this move. Knight D6. I don't like knight here, knight here, knight here. Especially the first move I didn't like. Right? I don't like this maneuver. She did to defend her pawn. Okay, so white plays E4. Now this is fine for black. And when I say it's fine, this is like a fine-tooth comb. That's how fine it is. Okay, not fine gold. Here's what I mean. If black plays really, really, really well, black's fine. Right? Black's equal. If black doesn't play well, then black gets run over and resigns. So this is a very dangerous way to play for black. White's castled, you have not, and you're doing the knight's tour, and the opponent's taking the center, and you're like, yay, and you're like, yay, I defended my pawn and it wasn't attacked. Okay. Bishop G4 is the best move. Bishop E3. Knight A6 is okay. Develops a piece. Okay, this is all fine. Okay, Queen B6 is just a nonsensical move. I have no explanation for that move. You can't put your queen here when the bishop's already here. You shouldn't be moving your queen when you could, try to castle. And when you play knight A6 in the Slav, the reason you play knight A6 is to play knight B4. Then your knight has some good squares, and it can't be kicked out. You don't play queen B6 because then you don't want to run into that. And if you take that, you might get your queen trapped. So that's not good. That's very bad. Okay, she played A5. That's fine. Also, D5 is good. E5 is good. Then she went back here. Now, you can't do that. You can't play queen B6, then after you're here, go, oh, well, I'll go here. You lose 2 tempi doing that. And you can play here, and she probably thought, well, I'll probably lose my queen if I do that. But then you don't play queen B6. You play queen B6, and your opponent plays here, you must take. And if it loses, don't play queen B6 next time. And the engine finagle doesn't lose the queen right away. The engine plays all kinds of tricks where the queen doesn't get trapped. If you're a human, you're like, I'm not doing that. After knight A4, my queen's never getting out. Okay, and the engine just says white's slightly better. Okay, queen d8, terrible. Queen e2 is excellent. Right, and I could give a class just about queen e2. Okay, the queen doesn't belong on f3, and white has this huge advantage on the king side, so white wants to play f4 and continue. And then if we ever do play e5, I'm not saying we will, then I can take my c-pawn back, and then this is all for naught. So black's play is terrible. All right, finally she castled. Rook d1, the rook's better on d1, opposing the queen. Very passive. And this is just black getting run over. Bishop f2 is good. Now the queen is open, and the pawns are ready to go, and you can't attack the two bishops. Okay. Now f5 is like a desperate move. You're like, well, I'm going to lose, so I'll play f5 and try to get the d5 square or something. Okay, here, knight b5 is terrible. She should have played knight here, sacking a pawn, and then tried to sink her knight into here. Mm-hmm. Still terrible. Okay, and this is funny why the reason this is bad is you take it, and whichever way black takes, she's giving up the d5 square. It doesn't matter which way she takes. That's why this move is bad. If black could get this move in, then maybe it's okay. And then black plays e6 and, blockades. But you can't do it. d5, and if you're under 18, you have to look away. Yeah, this shouldn't happen in the World Cup. This should happen in like a scholastic event. This is just terrible. And if I was playing on my stream, I'd say connect 4, right? Yeah, remember Anand on the stream yesterday said he didn't believe in two bishops? God damn, time to believe in two bishops, Vishy.
I didn't hear that part.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's half kidding. Okay, queen f3, can't let that happen. Okay, now this is an excellent strategy. Like if you were getting chess lessons from Aviv, let's say, he would show you this position, and he would say, what should white do? And then you would choke on your own rage, and then he would choke on his own rage, then you would pay him. Does that sound about right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Aviv watches the stream sometimes. He's watching now. He's laughing. Yeah, this is a great Aviv position. This position. Okay. Now, white has everything. This bishop's dead. Past d-pawn. These are the worst rooks ever. But he couldn't play the other rook because bishop takes a7. So, what he can do? The knight can't. Okay. So white wants to open one more avenue. Okay. And I showed this position to Eddie Grant, and he opened the wrong avenue. Do you know which avenue he opened? Mm-hmm. You do? Yes.
Electric.
Yes, Electric Avenue. Okay.
The horrible song.
Then he'll make it higher. What? Horrible? Come on. How do you know this song if it's so bad? Okay. Horrible. So, frankly, delicious. Eddie Grant, good. Now, it's not an easy decision to decide whether to open the king side or the queen side, but it's the queen side. b3. We're going to attack these pawns, and we're going to infiltrate. And we're going to attack everything. Takes. Rook c1. And now we got pressure here, pressure here, pressure here, and pressure on b3, on e6. So you got to watch it. Also, this knight's really good. So she defends the e-pawn. Queen f3, because the guy played rook c8, so he undefended his b-pawn. You can never play this rook because bishop takes a7 again. So he went there. Blah. Now g4, playing on both sides, now that the king's on f7. Good. And she's like, no. And then doubles up on the bubble up. I mean, this is like textbook. This really shows how crazy her name is. Mm-hmm. Right? I mean, with a name like that, you play chess like this. She's winning on the king's side. She's winning on the queen's side. She's winning on in the center. This is like Karpov versus opponent. That's what this looks like. This looks like Karpov's giving assignment. This is the World Cup, and black is a very high-rated player. Now, if I was black in the World Open and people walked by, I would be very embarrassed. I'd be embarrassed. I'd be like, man, this is embarrassing to have black here. It's just, you didn't like blunder a rook. You just like, it's obvious you can't play chess and your opponent can. And that's why it's embarrassing. It's like I don't belong in this tournament because look at what's happening to me. The only similar example I know of somebody getting beat so bad where you've heard of the players is Kasparov losing to Ivanchuk, the famous game. I think it's 94. Yay, chess rated me with a party of 377.
Yay.
Go chess. I guess that means the Arena Kings is over. So many tears I cried. It ain't over till it's over. Yeah. Hi, chess. Okay, this is a game from the Women's World Cup. That's what we're discussing. I pointed out before the game, white is a big favorite because her name's crazier than black's name. Right? I mean, that's a lot of letters. It doesn't matter how you slice it. Okay. Now, how long would you have to look at her name where you could look away and then write it down correctly?
I don't know.
Right. I don't know. There's a lot of letters there. So get rid of some of those letters.
Hey, we had a contest. It wasn't a contest. Remember we did that?
The contest like on Seinfeld?
No.
Oh.
At the Ben Franklin Institute in Philadelphia. 2 years ago, we had to look at a series of numbers, and I believe that I won.
You believe that?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I think you won. Yeah. I think you were impressed. You've never been so impressed. Yeah. Yeah, Ivanchuk Kasparov.
So I could do it.
If Naka raids, I'll have 50,000 viewers. Hooray. Yeah, Kasparov getting 2.5 out of 18. It doesn't matter whether he should be embarrassed or not. That's not the point. The point is, in his mind, he's not too happy. Right? And he can make all the excuses he wants, but when he's alone, he's like, son of a mother. He's very mad. He's always a little mad. Now he's really mad. Yeah. He's just mad. Yeah, what are you going to do? You still have visions of Frank coming out of the couch, burned into my eyes. Man, that scene in the limo is really good, too. I like the way Frank's in both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like both of those. I like also the courtroom scene where the hand goes flying.
Oh, yeah. Don't look. Yeah, that's actually good. Yeah.
Still the limo.
That guy's a genius of the highest caliber. His uncle. Yeah, that guy's great. Okay. Black played Queen F7. Got to go somewhere. She put it in H. Now, in other games we looked at, somebody should have built, and instead they went rawr, and it was wrong. So here, black can't do anything, so white's not in a hurry. Well, it's like, king H1. My king's better on H1. It's not on this file, and maybe later I'll go here. I don't know. But my king's just safer here, and now black has to make a move, but black can't make any moves. So I like this move. It shows the helplessness of your opponent. This is like a super duper GM move. This is the only move Magnus would think of. Okay, Kamsky would think of this and this. He'd play one, then after the game he'd say the other one was better. It's a true story. Okay.
But
yeah.
Wait, no, why is it better? H1 better than H2?
It's not. Oh, well, that's what I mean. Is Kamsky wouldn't know. On H2, this could hang with check. On H1, you could never get checked. I'm not saying it's better. It's very close, which is better. Yeah. That's why Kamsky would be mad. He'd be like, I don't know. He wouldn't know. He would just play one. Okay. Queen E8, doing nothing. And then she sacrifices the exchange. Do you know why she sacrificed the exchange? Always sacrifice the exchange. Easy. Okay, you got to take it because, okay, she didn't take it. That's silly. Now, in my opinion, I think she was going to take with the pawn. I'm not sure that's better than the rook. The engine isn't sure either. Right, take with the pawn. And the reason I think she was going to take it with the pawn is black played here. So that means the rook is trapped. She has to play this. And then A6 is really strong. Queen takes is really strong. Queen B3 is really strong. Queen E3. The engine says like +6. This is my favorite variation. Is here, and then you take. And then you move the queen somewhere. I don't even know where here. And you want to take this. And you can't take back because I queen. So the truth hurts. I mean, this is, 2 bishops. Okay, so she didn't take, which doesn't make a lot of sense. Now she threatened mate. And black resigned here. And the reason you resign, thanks for the $9.99, Hun Superman. If you stop this, I said if, then you have to deal with bishop takes b7. Man, the truth hurts. And the engine says like plus 10 here. So this game I like a lot because of white played basically like a super GM, and white is not a super GM. And black did not play well and got punished for that. A lot of the games that are decisive in both groups are the games around equal, then somebody makes a really bad move because they missed something. This game, white just rolled over black. You saw the games I won in the World Open. I was better, I was worse, I was losing, I was drawing, and then I won because my opponent fell asleep or something, right? There's never any smooth games, never. But this was just, this was like Frank coming out of the couch. Smooth. All right, now I'm going to guess white played 98 and black played 62 because I got to guess something. If I keep guessing and I'm right once, people will be amazed. Like, wow, he was right. Enter PGN. What? I'm getting confused. All right, time for the people to complain. We can't see the board. Luckily, I literally don't care. And figuratively. What did I say, 98 and 62?
Yeah.
White played 97.4, but shockingly, black played 88.7, showing the mistakes of the system. But I guessed white's played pretty well. Yeah, white made no mistakes, no blunders, and no missed wins. Good, good. A close game that was lost by a mistake. That's not what happened. Yeah, terrible. And then this is the other games. Yeah. And so on. We can't see the board. No. Put it in higher depth. What? Do you know what Ben means in Chinese? What season when Frank comes out of the couch? It's a good question. That I don't know.
I thought it was earlier on,
Yeah.
First 3 or 4.
Yeah, the first season, Frank's not in.
That's right.
Then Frank is their dad. But since he's not their dad, in the credits, it always says Danny DeVito as, that says Frank Reynolds in quotes. Reynolds, because it's not really their dad. Yeah, that's a good one. What a great show. What a great audience. Yeah, Sonny's great. We watch Sonny a lot. Came out of the closet? No, that's not what happened. Yeah, that was a very nice game. I like that game a lot. I mean, from White's point of view, I want to have White in that game. 2 bishops, better pawns, pop C file, G file, better rooks. And even though material is equal or black is a pawn up, the engine's like plus 10 for white because white has everything. Everything we talk about strategically in chess, white has it. And you can't play that way with black. You can't give your opponent everything. You got to like lash out and stop that shit. Got to stop it. You can't let that happen.
So if the knight had taken the rook.
Right. I think she would take with the pawn. Taking with the rook's also good. By the way, I'm always taking that rook. I'm not going to let that rook sit there. I take, threatening your rook. You have to go here. And then the engine's not sure what the best move is because every move wins. It thinks moving the queen here is good because it double, triple defends this. And then this move's really annoying.
Yeah.
Really annoying. It's really annoying. So I don't know if she would have played that. I mean, like a human would play this move, but not an engine because the engine wants to do that. Probably she would have done that because, I mean, black has no legal moves. I mean, I could like go takes and, a6 and Jesus Christ. By the way, you know what this reminds me of? I'm serious. Bishop takes bishop takes, a6, bishop here, pawn here. Let's see if the chat gets it. If white played bishop a7, a6, bishop b8, a7, what game does that remind you of? I'm serious too. Let's see who watches every stream that I've ever given. The opera game, boo. Don't eat fish. Don't eat animals. Boo. Fish are bad. My game with Levy, that's right. When I played Levy, I pushed all my pawns and trapped his rook.
I remember the rook.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember. I do remember that. It was so funny. I made fun of him too.
Feingold Rufus. Yeah. Yeah, Feingold Rosman.
I
yeah.
remember that.
Very good.